Welcome back to Interview Ninja Step 45. We're going to continue talking with Corbin about his experiences in his first jobs and especially his interaction with people and how he can use that early work experience to build up his people skills and start to understand things like the social cost of being passive and also being proactive. And you need to think yourself about how much you're ready to experiment with talking to strangers and opening up a conversation, and the value potential to you of learning how to handle people.
If I start approaching every question that's asked to me with, I always answer who, what, why, where, when, how, and how much, people are going to start thinking.
No, you'll crush yourself. You'll crush what is probably the most valuable part of yourself, which is your integrated quality. It's just what I'm doing is pushing you out of your comfort zone into situations where you're not integrated. You're moving out of your comfort zone. And I'm trying to show you ways of moving out of your comfort zone, achieving success, and therefore extending your comfort zone to be broader or more broad. Okay. So but you need to get these models to be
fluent.
Yeah. So it'll be the same with questioning. Once we really get down into what I'm calling basic questioning, it'll be automatic and you'll know how to question. We'll also have automatic systems for how to handle questions, how to structure conversations, all these things which become built into you. You know, when Alexander was talking to about muscle training, the muscles of your mind. That's where we're moving now. We've done enough baby steps. You should generalize when you're saying Marks and Spencer's, which is a retail store, and I was working in doing this, whatever, like, so who are they? You know, what you're doing. Yeah. So off you go.
So Marks and Spencer's was a retail store.
Is
a retail store. I was working as the guy that puts the food on the shelf at 6 a.m. in the morning before the shop opens. I've already jumped to when.
No, it's all right. The models aren't rigid.
Yeah.
They're tools for you to use.
Yeah.
If you've got a hammer and you start using hammer, you don't have to finish the job with a hammer. Do you know what I mean? You do a bit of hammering, pick up a screwdriver, do this, do that.
I thought you went oof because I'd already jumped straight into
No, I jumped at the 6 a.m.
Oh, right. Well, so I stacked the shelves and I did it there were basically no young people my age. It was all old Polish ladies.
Really? Polish ladies? That's interesting.
Yes.
Do you remember what we were talking about? Who takes those jobs?
Yes.
Yeah. Eastern Europe.
Yeah. Yes. So there was a lot of that. It wasn't particularly exciting, stacking shelves, but it needed to be done to make the money. And I think it was £8 an hour, which is like
$11.
Yeah. $11, $12 an hour, which is all right for someone my age doing that stuff. So I've worked from 6 a.m. till 10 a.m. and then I go straight to the theatre after that. I got the M&S job by applying online, and then I went to an interview with someone, and that's right at the start of when we started these videos, the University of Life.
Okay.
We did like 2 sessions, and then I went to my interview, and I was sat there trying to think about it all, but
good.
I guess we'd done a lot less then.
Okay.
But yes, so who? Done it. What? Done it. When?
Yeah.
Done it. Where?
But you don't have to use them all.
No.
They're different tools in the box. Pick the one up that helps you do the job.
Well, I did it in the centre of Bath, which is where I live.
Okay.
So it was a 10-minute cycle ride down the hill, which was easy. And that is all.
And were you just shelf stacking? Because I got some impression that you were making coffee or something.
There was no coffee making. I was just shelf stacking, and very occasionally I would sit on the till, the checkout, with the big belt that comes along with all the food on, and I'd scan it and talk to the customer people.
So you sat behind the till
Sat behind the till.
and pushed stuff through and barcode read it as well.
Pushed stuff through, barcode read
Well,
it, bagged it.
That's very different. That's what you might call front office. Shelf stacking is back office, and all the people you're seeing are the other co-workers.
Well, I was shelf stacking on the shop floor.
Okay.
So there were shoppers about who would ask questions and things like that.
Okay.
So it was still front office, but less so than the
All right.
till.
I'm interested in that experience because not so much the shelf stacking and co-working,
Yes.
but when you're on the tills. So people are coming through. Do you remember I talked to you earlier about how people interact? You had a badge, presumably.
Yes, and this is what I was trying to get out earlier when I was fumbling around, was I had a badge, and I remember you told me that you and Alex used to go to supermarkets and interact with people differently. If they had a badge, you'd use their name, and you'd try different things to see the different responses that you got out of people.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting you and Alex to walk in and to do that to me, but I was trying to reverse do it. So if people were using my name, I was seeing what type of person they were and seeing if there was a general...
Can I pause?
Whilst being a shelf stacker, Corbin was working with stuff like food and packages, plus a few people. When his job was at the checkout counter, he was interacting with far more people, with customers. How people behave with you and you with them is an increasingly important part of the modern world. If you are sensitive, i.e. lack the soft skill of resilience, you will quickly start to treat everybody with suspicion and put up personal barriers. If you have good people skills and confidence, you can make a customer's day, especially old and lonely people for whom going to the shops is their only contact with another alive person. The rest is television and newspapers and loneliness, sadly. See any kind of interaction with other people as an opportunity, because if you make their day, the odds are you're going to feel better within yourself.
So you were using the interpersonal dynamic stuff we talked about to explore.
Yes. In terms of what I was saying, I really tried to pull more reactions from them through my speech, but I observed and I thought about it.
Okay.
So I didn't start using their names, not that I know them, but
No, quite right. You shouldn't.
yes.
So, or you can if they use a credit card at the
Yes.
end, you can say, "Well, thank you, Mrs. Brown," whatever. Sometimes people
Yes.
like that because it shows you're observant, but other people would find that intrusive.
Yes. So
It's all based on their expectation of how you're going to behave, and you have to read what they like in terms of customer interaction, and doing that well is really, really important.
Being able to serve a customer and assess what kind of interpersonal dynamic they like, and then using that dynamic rather than just always using the same dynamic. In step 46, we're going to talk more about what's going on beyond just observing other people and trying to analyze and understand what is going on inside their minds. Clearly, we've made some progress, I hope, about your understanding what's going on in your own mind during step 44. And you can leverage that to observe other people and use critical analytical thinking, and then predict what kind of behavior that other person is likely to exhibit, and how you can influence that behavior and potentially grow your leadership skills. So, party on.